Plus, doesn't it look nicer when it's just shiny? Okay, so this is the screw we're taking off. And I just want to try to clean this a bit. Okay. Okay, so this is just a wild ass guess, but I'm going to say it's 10 millimeter. That broke loose very easily. I mean, it did snap, so it wasn't loose, but it did break loose quite nicely. We're just gonna grab this thing and down give it a little twist. There we go. Feel it break loose. Now there is an O-ring in there that keeps it. There we go. This O-ring. Okay, so let's take a quick look at this, shall we? I want to see if this is just wear and tear. I want to see if this is just oil mark. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. You can see kind of old marks there, but I don't know. I'm just gonna replace it, right? Using this one. So before I do that, let's take a quick look. You can see there's some gunk around there, so I'm gonna very carefully clean that gunk around the seat area using a paper towel after I put something into the hole to clog it. Okay, I'm just going to go around it one more time. With my finger to make sure. Then we're going to go ahead and insert the part. Now this is already oily, so there is an O-ring there that I showed you, and it should be oiled, but this came with oil all over it already. So there we go, it just snapped right in. Okay. Remember that cable that I said I'd lose? Okay, that's back on. Okay. And we're gonna go ahead and put this little vacuum device back again. Okay, so yeah, I went ahead and just reattached it. Here's why. If you look, there's like this fitting is actually taped. Looks like someone, I don't know if this is factory or what, but man, I've had this car for like 13 years and I didn't do that. So we're just gonna go ahead and reconnect this without the extensive overhaul I was gonna do on it. And so we're gonna find the vacuum line and reattach that. And then we're gonna slide this clip back over it again. And I'm gonna tighten down. That. 10 millimeter. It's like everything is 10 millimeter, right? Okay. Then we're going to put the air cleaner back on, and we'll be done. Okay, so when fitting the air box back in, this is where the air filter goes right here. When fitting the air box back in, it's important that you make sure that this protective sleeve is slid over the throttle body correctly, and that this band clamp is going to slide over everything right. So I recommend, because it's held in with the band clamp and two 10 millimeter nut bolts at the top, I recommend we start with the band clamp, because it's a little tricky getting it all to fit on there right and tighten it up. And if you start up here with these two bolts, then if you got to readjust this band clamp, it's just a real pain, and you can't really do it. So you end up having to take the bolts back off again. Let's see if I can get this to stick. Okay, good. I've got that clamp up nice and tight. You want to get it good and snug, but you don't want to like crush the throttle body. So that's good and snug. Now we'll come back up here and hit these guys. So again, I started with connected the throttle body, the band around the bottom of this intake air box first. Because there's some adjusting that needs to be done, wiggling around to get it all tightened right. And if you fasten these ones up on top first, that becomes improbable. Okay, then in goes the air filter. Make sure that gasket's in there properly. So one thing else is this mass airflow sensor. While you have it out, this is a good time to clean your mass airflow sensor. Mine has just been cleaned recently. And that is, you take out these screws and this assembly comes out, and then you clean it with something called mass airflow sensor cleaner. Big tip on the mass airflow sensor cleaner: if you go to Walmart, it's the only place that has it. They have it in a 2-pack for the throttle body cleaner, which is also down inside of there. That's the part with the gold butterfly valve down there. And the throttle body cleaner, they come together in two small cans for like $8, and those cans will last you for 2 or 3 different cleanings. And yeah, that's my tip of the day. Otherwise, you end up buying big cans that last you for about 30 years and cost, like $12 each. So we're gonna go ahead and I tucked the mass airflow sensor cable down here. I'm gonna go ahead, and that just snaps right in. When you go to take it off, you push in here and pull back on the assembly. Now I'm gonna push it in until I hear it click. That was this assembly clicking. Okay, that's connected. This is connected. Everything looks connected. No extra screws in the tray here. That's good. Any extra parts over here on my parts bin? Nope. These are the parts that I replaced. And oh yeah, I guess the last part is to attach the cold air intake. And that is a Phillips screw right here that I'll be screwing down to button it up. I like to position the screw so that when it's tightened, it's easy to access later on. So you'll see it's just kind of centered nicely and looks decent. Okay, there we go. I'm all done.